I'm Michael Barton, Director of Emergency Management for Calhoun County. Today with me is Cocky, JSU's mascot. And today, Cocky stopped by the Emergency Operations Center to learn more about how to stay safe from COVID. So Cocky, what questions do you have today about COVID? Can we return to playing sports? Well, the state public health officer has issued an order that says that as of May the 22nd, we can start practicing sports again. And so that's ongoing. As effective as of June the 15th, we can start team sports once again. So what should we do to stay safe during practice and games? Well, social distancing is important. And so when we're on the sidelines or on the benches, that's right, we should try to stay as far apart as we can from each other. And not share common items such as towels, helmets, bats, any of those common things. Try to have those available for individual use as much as possible. Water bottles, that's a good one. Don't share water bottles. So how should our coaches and spectators remain safe during the game? Well, similar to what the players do, we got to maintain that 6-foot distance, that social distancing. So we would suggest that spectators, when they can, maybe bring their own chairs to set up on outdoor events so that they don't have to sit on bleachers with other people and touch those common surfaces. To make sure they're wearing face coverings if they're within groups outside of their family group. Practice good hygiene, washing their hands. Making sure that they've got hand sanitizer with them at the ball field, and all those good common sense practices that we continue to talk about for many months. So do I have any other tips to think about with sports? Well, one thing would be travel outside of the community. Right now our community's cases are pretty low, but when we travel outside to other areas, that is putting our people at risk. So we got to think about how we do that and when we do that and where we do that. Another thing we think about is sanitizing all of our equipment and all of our facilities. Have a regular schedule of how to do that, who's going to do that, and know what kind of disinfectants you're going to use to do that beforehand. Another thing that the experts have suggested is to practice individual skills as much as possible. That way it limits our interaction to some extent. And then lastly, if you feel sick, just stay home. And we need to encourage our players, our coaches, our spectators, and all of our support people to do the same thing. Just a good common sense approach to think about how we can all stay safe. So COVID-19 continues to be a threat in our communities. It continues to change every day. To stay updated on the latest information, check out calhounema.org, as well as our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So no matter whose team you're on, remember, we're all in this together. Do your part to protect yourself and others from the threat of COVID-19 in our community.